Have you ever had a neighbor so annoying you started daydreaming about revenge? Well, I didn't just dream about it. I grabbed a shovel and made it real. I live in a quiet suburban neighborhood. You know the kind. Trimmed lawns, nosy neighbors, homeowners association meetings no one wants to attend. Life was peaceful until he moved in. This guy, let's call him Rick, was the new neighbor 2 doors down. Rick had this massive pickup truck and an incredible lack of self-awareness. For some reason, he decided that the space right in front of my driveway was his parking spot. At first, I thought it was a mistake. I kindly said, "Hey, just so you know, that spot blocks the entrance to my driveway." He shrugged. "It's a public curb. I can park wherever I want." And legally, he wasn't wrong. The curb space was public, but still, it meant I had to awkwardly reverse at an angle every time I left home. If someone was parked across the street too, forget it. I was boxed in. I tried everything. Left notes, asked politely, even baked cookies once to bribe him into basic decency. Nothing worked. Rick parked there every single day, sometimes overnight. For 6 months, I cursed under my breath every time I backed out of the driveway. Then, one weekend, inspiration struck. I was walking my dog and noticed that the small patch of grass between the sidewalk and the curb, the exact place Rick always parked, actually fell within the boundary of my property line. I double-checked the plot map from when I bought the house. It was technically mine, not city property, not public space. So I did what any passive-aggressive homeowner would do. I started a garden. That Saturday, I went to Home Depot with a mission. I bought wooden planter boxes, decorative stones, a few flowering shrubs, and a little sign that read, "Private garden, please do not park." By Sunday evening, the curb spot had been transformed into a beautiful, thriving mini garden. 2 raised beds, solar lights, and a small fence lining the edge with just enough height to prevent a vehicle from pulling up. I even sprinkled in wildflower seeds to fill the empty space in spring. Monday morning, I watched from my window like a hawk. Rick drove up, slowed down, and just stared. You could see the confusion on his face, then anger. He pulled into his own driveway for once, slammed the door, and stomped over to my door. Knock, knock, knock. "You can't just take that spot. It's public." I calmly handed him a copy of my property boundary document and smiled. "Actually, it's part of my yard. I'm just planting flowers, Rick. It's good for the bees." He stormed off. That evening, I got a notice taped to my door. Rick had filed a complaint with the city. I wasn't worried. A week later, a city inspector came by, took one look at the garden, reviewed my property documents, and gave me a thumbs up. Rick, he had to park elsewhere. I added a birdhouse the following weekend, just because. That was 3 months ago. The flowers are blooming now, and my driveway completely unobstructed. Rick doesn't talk to me anymore, but every time I water the garden or trim a bush, I see him glance over, fuming, and it's glorious. Some neighbors stopped by and told me how lovely the garden looks. One even said, "It's amazing what a little revenge can grow." They weren't wrong. If you enjoyed this story, hit that like button. It helps way more than you think. And if you've ever dealt with a rude neighbor, subscribe for more stories just like this. I'm sharing petty revenges, pro-level takedowns, and all the delicious drama that makes life interesting. Got your own petty revenge tale? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Who knows, your story might be in the next video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, revenge is best served with flowers.